Martin Luther King Jr. Day is right around the corner, which means two things. One, if Al Sharpton sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. That's right. And two, we're about to get the worst party flyers you've ever seen. That's real, by the way, okay? And the party wasn't nearly as fun as they made it look. Personally, I'm going to be celebrating it like it's the last MLK Day because the way things are going, it might be.
NBC News has learned that the Defense Intelligence Agency has ordered a pause on all events related to MLK Day or Black History Month.
National Park Service will no longer offer free admission on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, nor on Juneteenth.
That's right. The national parks are going from free at last to bitch better have my money. And I know some white people out there are like, why do you care? Black people don't go camping. First of all, that's racist, okay? And second, you're correct. But when white people go get a free day in the parks, we finally get to experience what it's like to be in an empty Whole Foods, okay? What I'm worried about is that this backsliding on MLK Day is just the first step toward getting rid of it altogether. Because if you don't know, it was a hard fight to get the national holiday in the first place. It took 15 years after Dr. King's death to become a law. And some of you may be thinking, 15 years, but that I'm Just a Bill song only took 3 minutes. Yeah, because he was a white bill, all right? They never told you that he was a bill to resegregate golf courses. And you should see that bill's friend. Dude's been waiting on the Capitol steps for 20 years. And when Ronald Reagan was finally pressured into signing the bill in 1983, you could tell he was a little salty about it.
Just 2 weeks ago, Mr. Reagan said he would have liked an unofficial holiday.
I would have preferred that, but since they seem bent on making it a national holiday, I believe the symbolism of that day is important enough that I'll sign that legislation when it reaches my desk.
Yeah, that's the tone of voice that means, fine, have your little holiday, okay? I'll tell the CIA to gift wrap some crack as a present. No wonder Reagan got Alzheimer's. He was like, I'll make it a holiday, but I want to forget that shit immediately. But even if Reagan caved, a lot of Republicans had a dream that one day they could turn people against Dr. King, and that dream still lives on.
Racist text messages allegedly sent by President Trump's hand-picked nominee to lead the Office of Special Counsel.
One from January of last year, quote, MLK Jr. was the 1960s George Floyd, and his holiday should be ended and tossed into the seventh circle of hell where it belongs.
Martin Luther King Jr., whose whole life was a Diddy party. Orgies and smoking and fighting and whipping up on women. Martin Luther King Jr. make a Diddy party look like a Catholic convent school. Lord have mercy.
White people, if that guy is your one black friend, it does not count, okay? A Diddy party? Like, whatever his faults, Dr. King wasn't Diddy by any stretch. But also, if Diddy manages to pass the Civil Rights Act, I'd let a few things slide. Not the domestic violence, but 1,000 bottles of baby oil, sure. That bill would have slid right through Congress, all right? The surprising thing about the right's defamation of MLK is just how unsurprising it is. MAGA conservatives have traded in their dog whistle for a racism bullhorn.
Elon Musk endorses a post on X calling for, quote, white solidarity.
White men are better at all of these tasks than the allegedly underprivileged communities that are replacing them.
Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part, and we would live in paradise. It's that simple. It's literally that simple.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but when I hear pure, unadulterated racism like that, you know, as a man from South Carolina, it just makes me a little homesick, all right? I mean, they cooked up that hate speech just like my Strom Thurmond used to make it, all right? And even if you call them out on it, these racists have friends in high places.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
When the have white people ever apologized for being white, okay? What are we talking about? Come on, man. White people barely apologize for being black on Halloween. The only sorry I've ever gotten from a white person was, oh, sorry, I thought you worked here, all right? But there's still one reason to have hope that we can preserve MLK Day, because all of us, regardless of race, color, or creed, enjoy that sweet 3-day weekend. all right? And if MLK Day goes away, what are they going to replace it with?
Congresswoman Claudia Tenney of New York introduced legislation to make Trump's birthday a federal holiday.
You got to be kidding me. Yeah. Yeah, replacing MLK Day with a holiday honoring Trump would be insulting, racist, and unnecessary. But you know what? A day off is a day off, okay? I mean, f it. We've all seen Trump's face. We'll call it prune teeth, all right? But hey, that's just my opinion.